Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. You can have talent and still lose. You can have dreams and still fail. You can pray, plan, work hard, and give everything you got and still not reach your destination if you cannot master one powerful skill: focus. We are living in a world designed to steal your attention. Everybody wants a piece of your mind. Your phone wants your attention. Social media wants your attention. Negative people want your attention. Fear wants your attention. Doubt wants your attention. And while you're giving your energy to everything around you, your purpose is sitting in the corner waiting on you to wake up. Some people are not broke because they lack ability. Some people are not stuck because they lack opportunity. They are stuck because they keep allowing distractions to become more important than their destination. You cannot build a powerful life with a distracted mind. You cannot reach greatness while constantly looking sideways at what everybody else is doing. The reason some people never become who they were born to be is simple. Too many voices, too many opinions, too many interruptions, too much noise. You got to learn how to shut the noise down. There comes a moment in your life when you must decide, am I going to keep chasing approval or am I going to chase purpose? Because those two roads don't always travel together. See, focus is painful. Focus requires sacrifice. Focus means saying no to things that feel good in the moment but destroy your future in the long run. Focus means missing some parties. Focus means disappointing some people. Focus means becoming comfortable with silence, discipline, and lonely seasons. But understand this, everything you've been praying for is on the other side of concentrated effort. Success is not looking for people who dabble. Success is looking for people who lock in, people who keep going when nobody claps, people who stay committed when motivation disappears, people who understand that distraction is expensive. Today, I want to challenge you. Protect your mind, protect your vision, protect your energy. Stop giving access to things that are stealing your peace, your confidence, and your momentum. Your future deserves your attention more than your distractions deserve your curiosity. And if you can learn to stay focused, if you can learn to block out the noise, if you can keep your eyes on the mission when life gets loud, you will become dangerous to every limitation that once tried to stop you. You know what distraction does? It makes you busy without making you better. That's the dangerous part. You wake up tired, you move all day, you answer messages, scroll through videos, listen to everybody's opinions, worry about what people think, compare your life to somebody else's highlight reel, and at the end of the day, nothing really changed. Your dream is still waiting, your goals are still untouched, your potential is still sitting inside you begging for a chance. Distraction doesn't always come dressed like something bad. Sometimes it looks harmless. A few minutes on your phone, one unnecessary conversation, one delay, one excuse, one "I'll start tomorrow," and suddenly tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes another year of watching life pass by while you keep telling yourself you're about to get serious. That hurts, because deep down you know you were made for more. You know you got something bigger inside you. But distraction keeps pulling you away from the person you're trying to become. And the painful truth is this: every distraction has a price. You pay with time, you pay with energy, you pay with lost momentum, you pay with confidence. Because every time you ignore your purpose, a part of you feels it. You may smile, you may laugh, you may act like everything is fine. But inside, there's a quiet frustration that keeps whispering,
"You know you're capable of more than this." That feeling is heavy.
Some people have lost years not because they lacked intelligence, talent, or opportunity. They lost years because they kept giving their attention to things that never deserved access to their mind. People draining their spirit, habits destroying their discipline, noise stealing their clarity. You cannot keep feeding distractions and expect your dreams to stay alive. That's not how growth works. You got to become honest with yourself. Ask yourself hard questions. What keeps pulling me away from my goals? What am I protecting more, my comfort or my future? What habits are silently costing me the life I keep saying I want? Because distraction is expensive, more expensive than most people realize. It can cost you opportunities you'll never see again. It can cost you relationships you didn't value enough. It can cost you belief in yourself. And once you lose belief in yourself, getting it back takes work, real work, painful work, the kind of work that forces you to face the truth about where your time went, where your focus went, and why you allowed temporary things to become more important than your permanent purpose. You have to protect your vision like your life depends on it, because sometimes it does. Not everybody will understand what you're trying to build. Not everybody will believe in what you see. You can be carrying a powerful dream inside your heart, full of passion, full of purpose, full of hope. And somebody with a limited mindset can make you question everything in 5 minutes. That's why you must be careful who gets access to your mind. Negative people are dangerous to growing dreams, not because they are stronger than you, because constant negativity is exhausting. It wears you down slowly. One doubtful comment, one sarcastic joke, one person telling you to be realistic, one voice asking, "Who do you think you are?" And if you hear that long enough, you start shrinking. You start second-guessing your abilities. You stop speaking boldly about your goals. You stop believing with the same fire you once had. That pain is real, because there is nothing worse than watching your own confidence disappear because you kept listening to people who never had your vision. Everybody giving advice does not have wisdom. Everybody close to you is not good for your growth. Some people only support what they understand. And if your dream is bigger than their imagination, they may criticize what they cannot comprehend. That doesn't mean your dream is wrong. It means your environment matters. You cannot plant ambition in toxic soil and expect healthy growth. You cannot surround yourself with constant doubt and expect unshakable faith. Your atmosphere matters. Your conversations matter. Your circle matters. The words you hear every day matter. Some of you are fighting battles you didn't even create. You're carrying opinions that don't belong to you, fear that doesn't belong to you, limitations somebody else placed on your life. And it's heavy. It's exhausting trying to chase greatness while dragging negativity behind you. There comes a moment when you have to choose your future over people's approval. That choice is not easy, because protecting your vision may require distance. It may require silence. It may require stepping away from people you care about but can no longer grow around. And that hurts, because sometimes the hardest people to outgrow are the people you love. But you cannot allow constant negativity to choke the life out of your purpose. You cannot keep explaining your destiny to people committed to misunderstanding you. Guard your mind, guard your energy. Guard the belief you are trying to build inside yourself, because dreams are fragile in the beginning. Confidence is fragile in the beginning. Purpose is fragile in the beginning. And one unhealthy environment can slowly convince a powerful person to live a small life. Most people are not losing because they don't have talent. They are losing because they let their feelings run their life. They only move when they feel motivated. They only work when they feel inspired. They only stay committed when everything feels easy. But life doesn't work like that. Some mornings you wake up tired. Some days your confidence is low. Some moments you question yourself. You feel overwhelmed. You feel frustrated. You feel like slowing down, giving up, disappearing from the pressure for a little while. Those feelings are real, but feelings are temporary. And if you let temporary emotions control permanent decisions, you'll keep destroying your own progress. Discipline is not glamorous. Discipline is uncomfortable. It asks you to do what needs to be done when every emotion inside you is begging you to choose comfort. That battle is personal because nobody really sees it. Nobody sees the moment you force yourself out of bed when your mind is full of excuses. Nobody sees you fighting laziness, doubt, fear, and procrastination in complete silence. People only notice results. They don't always see the private war behind the results. Sometimes discipline means working while you're emotionally drained. Sometimes it means showing up while carrying disappointment in your chest. Sometimes it means continuing after failure embarrassed you, after rejection humbled you, after life hit you harder than you expected. That takes strength, real strength, not loud strength, quiet strength, the kind of strength that keeps walking when nobody is encouraging you, the kind that says, "I may not feel ready, but I'm still moving." Because feelings change every day. Purpose doesn't. Goals don't. Responsibility doesn't. Your future cannot wait around for your emotions to finally cooperate, and the truth hurts. Some people keep delaying their greatness because they're waiting to feel perfect before they take action, waiting to feel confident, waiting to feel fearless, waiting to feel completely prepared. But growth doesn't happen inside perfect emotional conditions. Growth happens when you decide your commitment matters more than your mood. That decision changes people. That decision builds character, because there will be seasons where motivation disappears. The excitement fades. The applause is gone. The results are slow. And all you have left is discipline. Just you and your commitment staring at each other. That's where many people quit. Not because they couldn't do it, because they didn't train themselves to keep going when emotions stopped making the journey feel exciting. You got to learn how to honor your goals, even on the days your feelings are fighting against you. You got to stop asking yourself, "Do I feel like doing this?" and start asking yourself, "What kind of life am I creating through my choices today?" Because comfort has taken more dreams from people than failure ever did. Noise is everywhere. Everybody talking, everybody posting, everybody giving opinions about how you should live, what you should chase, who you should become. And if you're not careful, you can spend your whole life listening to voices that were never assigned to guide your future. That's exhausting because the louder the world gets, the harder it becomes to hear yourself. You start questioning your direction. You start doubting your timing. You start wondering if you're falling behind because somebody else appears to be moving faster. Comparison begins to poison your peace. You look at their success, their lifestyle, their achievements, and suddenly your own progress doesn't feel good enough anymore. That is dangerous because distraction is not always entertainment. Sometimes distraction is comparison. Sometimes distraction is chasing validation. Sometimes distraction is constantly looking left and right instead of keeping your eyes locked on your own assignment. You were not created to copy somebody else's path. You have your own race, your own purpose, your own timing, but you cannot stay locked in if you keep giving your attention to every opinion, every trend, every outside voice demanding space in your mind. Learning to ignore noise is hard because human beings want acceptance. We want support. We want people to understand us. So when criticism shows up, it hits deep. When people misunderstand your choices, it hurts. When they doubt your potential, it frustrates you. When they laugh at your goals before they become reality, it can shake your confidence. Those moments test you. They test whether your belief depends on outside approval or inner conviction. Because staying locked in means staying committed even when people don't clap for you, even when nobody notices your effort, even when progress feels invisible. That kind of focus requires emotional maturity. You have to learn how to separate constructive advice from useless noise. Not every opinion deserves your emotional energy. Not every criticism deserves a response. Not every misunderstanding requires an explanation. Sometimes protecting your peace means staying silent and staying focused. That takes discipline because proving people wrong feels tempting. Explaining yourself feels tempting. Getting distracted by drama feels tempting. But every minute spent fighting noise is a minute stolen from your mission. You cannot build your future while constantly defending your dream to people who already decided not to believe in you. Stay locked in, protect your attention. Keep working when the room is quiet. Keep believing when results are slow. Keep showing up when nobody is watching, because some of the most powerful seasons of growth happen privately, away from applause, away from attention, away from the pressure to impress people. Just you, your purpose, your discipline, and the decision to keep moving forward while the world keeps making noise around you. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants the reward. Everybody wants the breakthrough moment where life changes, doors open, money grows, confidence rises, and people finally notice the work. But not everybody wants the sacrifice attached to it. That's where the separation happens. Because success asks for things most people are unwilling to give up. Time, comfort, convenience, excuses. The version of you that keeps choosing what feels easy. Sacrifice is painful. Nobody talks enough about that part. People celebrate the outcome, but they rarely talk about what it cost. The lonely nights, the missed opportunities for comfort. The moments you had to keep going while feeling emotionally empty. The times you questioned whether all this effort was even worth it. That struggle is real. Consistency sounds simple when people say the word, but living it is different. Consistency means showing up when you're tired, showing up when you're discouraged, showing up after mistakes embarrassed you, showing up after delays made you feel forgotten, doing the work again and again, even when results are moving slower than your expectations. That can break people mentally because we live in a world addicted to quick rewards. People want instant change, instant results, instant recognition, but growth doesn't always move fast. Sometimes growth is painfully quiet. You work, you sacrifice. You stay disciplined, you keep believing, and nothing seems to be happening on the outside. That season tests your mental strength, because mental strength is not about pretending life doesn't hurt. It's about continuing even when it hurts. It's about carrying pressure without letting pressure destroy your direction. It's about staying committed when disappointment tries to convince you to lower your standards. You have to develop the mindset that says, I will not quit just because this became difficult. That mindset changes lives because difficulty has scared many people away from their own potential. The moment things stopped feeling comfortable, they stopped. The moment sacrifice became inconvenient, they stopped. The moment consistency demanded emotional endurance, they stopped. And years later, they wonder why their life stayed the same. Growth demands something from you, not once, repeatedly daily. That's what many people underestimate. You don't become stronger through one motivational moment. You become stronger through repeated choices, repeated discipline, repeated sacrifice, repeated commitment when your emotions are unstable and your results are incomplete. That process builds something powerful inside you, not just achievement, character, resilience, or inner strength. The ability to stand in uncertainty and still believe your effort matters, because the road to becoming who you want to be is not built on excitement alone. It is built on sacrifice nobody applauds, consistency nobody celebrates, and mental strength that refuses to surrender when the journey becomes heavier than expected. Winning is not just about talent. It's not just about intelligence. It's not even about who starts with the most advantages. A lot of people had talent and wasted it. A lot of people had opportunities and lost them. A lot of people had big dreams but small focus. And that combination can destroy potential. Because real winning comes from unshakable focus, the ability to stay committed when life becomes loud, the ability to keep moving when distractions are pulling at you from every direction. That kind of focus is powerful, because once you become locked in, you stop reacting to everything. You stop letting every setback break your spirit. You stop letting every opinion control your emotions. You stop allowing temporary problems to make permanent decisions for your life. That shift changes you. You become calmer, stronger, clearer, not because life suddenly became easy, because your focus became stronger than the chaos around you. That's a different level of strength. Life will test your attention. It will test your patience. It will test your ability to stay faithful to your vision when nothing around you looks encouraging. There will be delays, unexpected problems, moments where you feel unseen, moments where you work hard and still don't get immediate results. Those moments are heavy, because sometimes the hardest part is not the work. It's staying emotionally committed while waiting for the work to pay off. That waiting season can mess with your mind. You begin asking questions. Am I doing enough? Am I wasting my time? Is this dream even possible anymore? Those questions are human, but unshakable focus teaches you something important. You do not abandon your mission every time uncertainty visits your life. You keep building, you keep learning, you keep improving, you keep showing up. Not because success is guaranteed overnight, because your commitment is deeper than your temporary frustration. Winning through focus requires trust. Trust in your process, trust in your growth. Trust that every disciplined decision is shaping a stronger version of you, even when visible results are delayed. And that trust is not always easy to hold on to, especially when people around you are moving differently. Especially when comparison whispers that you should be further ahead. Especially when failure tries to make you believe you're not capable, but you cannot let temporary seasons define your identity. You cannot let distraction steal what consistency has been building inside you. Stay focused long enough to see what your discipline can produce. Stay committed long enough to witness your growth. Stay locked in long enough to prove to yourself that your limits were not walls. They were tests, because people who win are not always the loudest people. They are often the people who quietly refuse to lose sight of who they are becoming and what they decided to fight for,